mayonnaise. I'm sure that's the biggest word I know.
Hey, welcome on into Unabated's in-game action for week 7. Wow, we're already into week 7 of the season here. Man, football is just flying by here. Andrew Riverson going to need a better second half out of you, Joe Viola. Yeah, we'll work on it. I'll see what I can do here. Sports Video is already talking about the Watson blown Achilles, and I've got a couple people in the Discord already saying you can pull off the Joe Burrow. Hey, shout out to Justin Long, our fantastic social media guy who builds these thumbnails for me every week. If you didn't see the Derek Carty and myself on Friday's show, Trevor Lawrence, Tom Lawrence, and Drake and Derek May, we were having a great time with these. They are hilarious. But yeah, obviously the big news coming in here is everybody saying good afternoon. Welcome on in. Glad to have you all with me here as always. And the big news right now, Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson looks like a blown Achilles there. And, if it was anyone else, I would say, oof, prayers up, speedy recovery. But it's Deshaun Watson. Nobody's really that upset about this here. Yeah. Anyway, that's huge for the Browns. And, of course, it comes on the week where Jameis Winston is inactive. You've got to be kidding me. We are being absolutely deprived here of Jameis Winston at quarterback, and it is so wrong. But hey, let's take a look in at some of our games here. Michael saying, how are we looking on player props? Yeah, I'm sweating some stuff. At the risk of jinxing myself, Johnny Smith right now is at Johnny Smith is doing he's at 4 receptions. His number was at 2.5, and I know Derek Carty and I talked about that one on the show on Friday. I think we must have Andrew Rivers saying they did it on purpose so that the fans wouldn't boo him to have him replaced, and look where it got them. But I totally believe that is the case too. But so Jonnu Smith, he is by far the one that I am looking the most at right now, because I took a look and I was like, it's Tyler Huntley. Terrell Hunt was a Syracuse player for like 8 years. It's Tyler Huntley. He likes to throw to his tight end. Johnny Smith's had some pretty good games lately, and I know that we had talked about it on Friday of being a little bit higher on his projection. I took the 5+ catches at plus 850, and so we're 1 catch away right now. Last time I checked, that would be a very fun one for me to cash. So that's what I'm personally riding here. I'll check on the other props. I think it looks like I won my Seattle first half bet. I've also got Seattle +3 here in the game, so we're feeling pretty good on that one. I'll tell you, if you were playing the college first half totals yesterday on Unabated, I hope you did well, because I did. They were a lot of fun yesterday. That was a good one. I lost it all back on betting on MLS on decision day, because of course I did. But the college totals were a very, very good time there. But we are headed into some second halves right now. We, of course, have the Miami Dolphins up 10-3 on the Indianapolis Colts right now. A little bit of a surprise there. That game, we're already getting some Dolphins -5.5, 4.5s in the market right now. Clash is Pride saying absolutely crushed CFB this week. Yeah. If you were watching the college props show on Friday with Chris K, we went 7-1 on the Friday slate, which was absolutely insane. And then we still had a great week. It was a great bounce back week, because admittedly, previous week, not the best, but hey, we're going to be honest about that. We're going to tell it like it is. And bam, all of a sudden, way back to it. All of a sudden, way back to the positive there. We absolutely love to see it. Sorry, I was just checking some of the Discord there. Also, some other housekeeping before we really get started here. At some point during the show, first off, thank you all so much for being here. But at some point during the show, we are going to be having a little bit of a giveaway for you guys, because, hey, I don't know if you've heard, we're doing some NBA projections this year. It's going to be very, very exciting. I'll even walk through some of it on air for us here if you guys want to see how it all is going to work. But on this show in particular, here is a thank you to you guys for hanging out with me, because let's face it, this is the hardcore of the video watchers who come to us on YouTube Live here. You guys are the ones who are rolling with me every week here, and I wanted to say thanks and give one of you a free week of Props Plus and our NBA projections here. So we're going to be doing that during the show today. Just make sure that you like and subscribe to the show. Andrew Rivers saying, love to see how it works. Once we get into the middle of the third quarter, we get into that lull there, we are going to be we're going to be talking through some of those tools. Jack Jones saying, looking forward to the second half thought process. I mean, honestly, the original plan when I started doing this show, when I decided that I wanted to do this, I was really hoping that we would have some second half tools that we could use so I could actually just be walking through and using some of those numbers. I'll still give you some of my thoughts on games, but I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm no Captain Jack over here, and I'm not going to pretend that I am at this point. But I'll still give you some thoughts on my on what I'm looking at for the second half here, if anything really starts to jump out at me. But when it comes to these in-game numbers, I'm really starting to look for stuff once we get into the mid third quarter and we start getting a little bit over to a little more deviated, because at the second half, I don't want to say that you're completely resetting the line, but the second half numbers, you've got the halftime lines that come in. You're getting a little more market there. David Levin saying Jonnu over 2.5. Yes, we already got there on that one. And if you weren't here at the start, David, I'm sweating Jonnu over 5 at plus 850 right now. So we're fingers crossed for that. We just need one in the second half to get there. But so anyway, as I was saying, as we get further into the third quarter, and Matt Davidow and Ed Miller actually talk about it in Interception, which is the fantastic sequel to Logic of Sports Betting. If you have not read either of those, I highly recommend checking them out. And of course, I have that book on my desk here. But once we get into that third quarter, like we're going to start seeing a lot more of the actual game scenario diverging from the in-game models. And that's when I like to try and pick up some of these numbers that we can maybe find for the second half. But right now, let's take a look. Let's take a look at where we're at, where we're going. Taylor Holt saying, thoughts on Colts' possibility of pulling Richardson at any point. I mean, as an Anthony Richardson passing completions overbacker here, I hope they don't do that, but he has not been doing great so far today. It's been an interesting, rough one here. Shout out to the Titans. This game, man, I wish that I had taken something else on it. The Titans plus 3.5 here, up 10 right now as we get started with the third quarter, up 3, I should say. It is very funny when you see these underdogs that are still getting that kind of money there. But yeah, Titans are certainly interesting me. I'm keeping an eye on this one here with the Buffalo Bills. Because if this number can start getting close to even, maybe I'm taking a shot on Buffalo, but I kind of could see the Titans winning this game. Meanwhile, we got, let's see, Dolphins, Colts 10-3 right now. Dolphins 4.5, 5.5 over there. Bengals, Browns. This is the one that you really want to be watching out for in the second half here, because with Deshaun Watson out, this is a significant injury and a significant number. And now you have to start asking yourself, okay, are the Bengals going to improve in the second half and not be ass, which was what we're hoping for here? And are we getting value on them at this minus 3.5? ESPN bets got it at even money. That's definitely my favorite number out there right now for it. But I'm inclined to feel like we are, because now you're going to have the backup quarterback in who's DTR. But then you also have to ask, is DTR better than Deshaun Watson? This Browns offense has been stuck in the mud. So it's really going to come down to what we want to determine is the upgrade there. David Levinson, 1 point game too. Is there value on a specific number? Andrew Rivers saying, shout out to Derek Carty for laughing at me, suggesting Jalen Polkovers. Hey, I took that under, thank God. But David Levin saying, is there value too? Yes, because now this 3.5 that you'd be getting with them, like the key numbers have shifted due to the Browns having 6 instead of 7. So that 3-4 becomes a little bit more important. And I really do like this minus 3.5 at ESPN bet here at even money, because your Bengals field goal away from covering on that one right now. And then you also have the fact that the Browns are going to have to go for 2 at some point in this game. Theoretically, they're going to have to go for 2. They have to get in the end zone first. What are we looking at? Firebrain AI saying, what could we be looking for as a source of truth live? Pinnacle, Circa. I'm personally looking more at Bookmaker and Pinnacle. Like, they're pretty in lockstep on this Bengals game, but there's a reason that I have them at the front of my at the front of my screen here. Because Pinnacle and Bookmaker are the ones that I'm really eyeing as that source of truth. Circa, I find, is a little bit slower, and this isn't any comment on them. Circa's a very amazing book, and we absolutely love betting with them and doing business with them. Shout out to Jeff Benson and the entire operation over there at Circa. But I feel like the Pinnacle and Bookmaker numbers are updating a little bit more. And so that's what I'm really looking at here. And again, we're getting that extra half point there. And man, that ESPN bet number is just calling my name. But of course, I can't bet it because I am here in Las Vegas. But FanDuel also runs Boyd, and I'm curious about that -3.5 at -118. But anyway, to go back to the main thought process here, we have a key injury in this game, and now we can really. All right, David Levin says I'm in on the ESPN bet number. Did you get the even? But yeah, well, we'll ride this one. I'm gonna take it too. Let me see where I can get my best price right now. But hey, this is one that's going to be a fun sweat. Hopefully the Bengals pick it up. That Browns defense is good. Even -3.5. There we go. It was still out there. I'm going to see what I can grab here at ye old books. Oh yeah, game totally off the board at one of the shops that I'm looking at here. Not surprising in the least. Shout out to Seattle, by the way. Shout out to Seattle here, up 17-7, 8:58 left in the third quarter here. Only -3.5 right now. No doubt, I'm sure the Falcons are driving. Yes, they are. The Falcons are. The reason for that is the Falcons are at the 15, which would absolutely do just that. Also, the Vikings here, man, what a turnaround. Shout out to them cashing my first quarter over, but 21-10, the score right now in favor of the Lions. 1.5 million flags coming down as Sam Darnold throws that one away. We'll see what those penalties are. But yeah, things not going well for the Vikings after a very great start. And this is the first time that we've seen them play behind. And David says, IDK, how you're able to do a live stream while watching games and placing lives. Hey, I just keep talking here. Like, that is absolutely what it is. As long as I keep talking and keep going, because I'm just convinced that I have to fill all of the airtime. And so the nice thing is the more stuff that's going on, the more stuff that I can look at, the easier I feel like it is for me personally. But yeah, let's see about this, that 3.5 at ESPN bet's down to 2.5 now. Let's see where we are in that game. Well, we're still at halftime, but ESPN bet down to 2.5 is very interesting. At 2.5 -130 here. I don't love what that's doing for us, but as far as what the market means, but interesting that the number has moved that way at the halftime line here for Bengals Browns. Let's see, the Eagles Giants. Man, this one could. This is the other game that I really want to talk about here, because this is one that could get to blowout territory here. Are you using the CLV calculator real time to compare bookmaker to the book you want to bet at? A little bit, but the problem with that is a little bit. Yeah, yes. I'm using the live derivative calculator, not the closing line value calculator. So for example, here we've got bookmaker and Yep. It's not ready. It's not ready. I saw the tool, I saw the button. I was like, "Ooh, this is interesting." But this is the tool that we are hoping to we are hoping to get to the point where this comes out for us. Yeah. But let's see what we can find as far as some live lines. And again, this is that's the calculator that I wanted to be using for this entire show. I thought that would be a really compelling thing to do. I'm hoping that we can get it up and running this season, but it's just working on the math there as Buffalo takes the lead back versus the Titans here. Amari Cooper has his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill. Yeah, Mr. Corey. Yeah, it's a work in progress. I didn't know that we already had the button up there for it. So when I saw that, I did a double take there for a second. But all right, I'm going to look at this NFL second half market on the Bengals Browns. All right. Well, that's Bengals second half at -3. Surprisingly, a lot of 9-figure contract. Okay, yeah. I'm reading stuff from the Discord too, which oh man. Oh, we have a touchdown Lions. Vikings punted it away and a long touchdown here. And Jared Goff still won't throw to Sam Laporta, which bothers me greatly. But Oh no, it wasn't a touchdown pass. This is very, very brutal for the for the Vikings here. It looks like, all right. We got, David Levin says it's coming back here. Yes. Okay. Basically, we had a Lions defender strip the ball from the Vikings runner. However, the Vikings runner very clearly out of bounds at this point. So for those of you that didn't see it, that is what's going on here. Jalen Naylor had it stripped, but he was already out of bounds. So that one's going to come back, and the Vikings are going to keep going. I have that Sam Darnold passing yards over, so not really complaining too much about getting this one to come back because I need more Sam Darnold passing yards. But also, if Jared Goff could remember to throw to Sam Laporta, that would be pretty cool. We are getting down to -3.5, -102. We're coming back. We're coming back down to the market here on this Bengals Browns game right now. And I did win my Houston money line on the first half there. We love to see that. I realized before this show I was boiling some water to make myself something to drink here, some tea or something, and I have forgotten to do that and go get it. Fortunately, it was from not from a kettle on the stove, so I don't need to run and keep my house from burning down. But that's unfortunate because that would have been very nice to have for the remainder of this show. But hey, we're going to be riding it out for another hour or so here. Falcons coming back here. As we said, they were in red zone territory, and they have converted that into a touchdown here. So it is now Seahawks -2.5 that you're getting with some heavily juiced prices there. Just a hard pass on everything for that game. But let's take a look at this Browns first drive. This is really the time when I'm looking to dive in on this game because of the fact that, the Browns have the ball, so the line is a little bit depressed there. But, see, this is what we were worried about. Dorian Thompson-Robinson taking it not the distance, but very far there. And that's like the best play that we've seen out of the Browns offense so far this game. This could go the other way here, and the Browns could actually be more efficient because of how bad Deshaun Watson does. And that would be because of how bad Deshaun Watson was. But that was just a scamper for like 20, 25 yards. David Levinson, this Browns team is better now. Bengals are going to have to get it into gear because that's the other thing. You didn't practice against a guy like this who is much more of a running quarterback. And now all of a sudden the game plan is going to have to really change for the Bengals here in the second half. Wow, that was quite a play. Almost a pick, almost a fumble, but an incompletion in the end as that ball just popped up out of David Njoku's hand there. Yeah, but DTR gonna be due for a couple bad turnovers here. Let's hope. That is a very good point. There's a reason this guy wasn't already a starting quarterback in the NFL. It still would be more fun if we got Jameis Winston out there. I'm going to take a look in. Well, let me know what props you guys are. Let me know what props you guys are sweating right now. What are we looking at? I need some stuff to be monitoring and cheering on with you guys. I had Davon Achane under 11.5 rush attempts. I think that is cooked and a half. Jonnu Smith, come on, let's get there. Also, just let me know what's going on in this Miami game. Do I not have it on my board? I should have it on my board. Wow, that's the one game I don't have up right now, which means that I got to change that. Huntley completions, obviously, bro, KGB. Yes. Grant Calcaterra over 19.5 yards, Andrews. I'm not sweating. Dave Clark saying I'm not sweating any props. I've already won them all. Hey, we love to see that. That is always fantastic. All right, I just got to get this game up on my screen here real quick. But that is definitely one that we are going to be watching intently. All right, why can't I find this game? Like, am I crazy? There we go. I was looking at the wrong menu. YouTube TV does not make this stuff easy to navigate. I'll tell you that. All right. Here we go. Now I've got that one up too. We've got the Huntley completions. We got the Calcaterra that that we're looking at. Hey, let's get all of them here. One a decent booty rocking everywhere. Andrew Rivers. Let me tell you, that guy is such a clutch. The fantasy football equivalent of a locker room guy. You bring him in because you want to unlock so many great fantasy football team names. I'm also trying to debate if I should play Rashad Bateman or go with my boy Sean Tucker and finally take him off the taxi squad in my dynasty league. Clashes pride out here looking at McLeod under 42.5 receiving yards. Where are we hanging on some of these guys? McLeod is currently, I'm not sure. I've got Ken Walker over 3.5 receptions and Bijan Robinson under 3.5 receptions. They're both at 1 right now. I'm also hoping Jahan Dotson just doesn't see the field again. That would be pretty cool. And Jared Goff is finally thrown to Sam Laporta. He has 1 catch here. Sam Darnold needs to kick it into gear, though. I've got him over 251 passing yards. He's at 98. So we will see there. Demario Douglas over and gets sick on the second drive. That is awful. But somehow we still did cash our Jalen Polk unders, even with that. That is really incredible that he came into a wide open receiver room and sucked. Looks like Tyler Huntley has thrown a pick, or we've had some sort of turnover in this Dolphins game here because the Colts defense is celebrating. Jerry saying probably an accident throwing to Laporta. Seriously, it is absolutely killing me. Meanwhile, we've got the Seahawks just trying to run through with Zach Charbonnet right now, and it is working on the Falcons there. They get the first down on a play, on a very short yardage play. And the Vikings are now into the red zone here, as that one's going to be complete for a very minimal gain. Sam Darnold is up to 109 yards passing now. Jerry saying I got off the Laporta train. That's good. Big stop for our Bengals. Yes, very big stop for the Bengals indeed. And you see the numbers adjusting accordingly here. Now we'll see if they can make it go the other way, because that's what they really need now. They need to they need to get back on track and get some offense going here. This Titans Bills game is so befuddling, because this is the most Bills thing that you could do, is go out and just be playing terrible against the Tennessee Titans. Isn't that highly Bills? Also, the Giants suck. Can we get there? Can we all get there as a people and agree on this, that the Giants are bad at football, as Anthony Richardson takes off on a very long run? And this dude takes way too many hits to the head. All right. Let's see. I've got my Red Zone TV, and that one's on this Green Bay game right now. What do we all think of Mostert fumble? Need Colts points for Huntley? Yes, we do. We need the Colts to start running. Colts to score so that the Dolphins keep passing the football here, preferably to Jonnu Smith. Someone keep an eye on that, because again, I've got all the games on, but I've got them all on silent, so I can't hear exactly what's going on in them. But we're looking good on these Colts points here, as they are down to the 10, down to the 5, down to the 5, down to the 4. It's going to be first and goal from the 4 here for the Colts. And Justin Jefferson has caught another touchdown pass from Sammy Darnold. It's 21-17 in Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Packers looking to take the lead versus the Texans here. That game right now is Texans +1. I don't know if I hate a Packers -1 here, except for the fact that now it's going to be second and goal from the 9 after that stop. And yeah, field goal does really nothing here for you. So I really hope that the Packers know that they should just make this 4-down territory right here. As meanwhile, there is a flag and a false start on the Colts on first and goal, and that's going to back them up to the 9. And Joe Viola Burrow, and the Bengals are now trying to drive, and they've got a good one here. They break off a good run. Can't tell, but it's probably Chase Brown. Probably Chase Brown on that run, but he gets a good deal, a very good yardage there, and I think that they're in plus territory now. Meanwhile, Seahawks driving again here, and this Falcons team really is sus at this point, I would say. Falcons very sus. Colts, first and goal. They hand the ball off to Trey Sermon, and he gets back to the 6, 7. We'll see that on second and goal here. 4th and 15. Titans are punting. Bengals driving. That elf on the Browns field is terrible. Nothing good has happened to that team since then. And Kenneth Walker has a touchdown here. I hope it was a pass, because I need receptions for him, but a touchdown at all. Yes, it was a catch. Let's go. That is very big, and also helps my fantasy team. Not that anyone cares there, but I love seeing Kenneth Walker receptions. That's something that is very good for me. I'm very happy about that. I am very happy about that indeed. Tyler Goodson gets the touchdown for the Colts, and we are back in business. Rooting for Jamar Chase TD. Hey, there are worse things to be there. If that's the thing that I'm sweating, there are worse things to be sweating. But the Colts are on the board and tied here, which is great for our Tyler Huntley plays. And I am just tickled pink at Kenneth Walker. That is a great sign. It's pairing up for a good fantasy day for me, but we really need a Jonnu Smith catch on this next drive here. Praying for it. Meanwhile, Joe Burrow here, first down. Bengals finally driving. When there's an offsides, it's a free play, but it looks like we might get an unabated to the quarterback, which, fun fact, we get 25 cents every time that is called. Helps to have the royalties, you know? Let's take a look at some totals. Let's take a look at the totals market here today, guys, because we have some totals. Totals are a thing. Not looking great for this Miami Colts total. We're live down to 37 at the moment. Waddle and Hill both combined 1 target through 2.5 quarters. No big deal. Not great. I'm glad I had Jonnu Smith. I'm not great that I have Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle over 38.5 yards. I was hoping that we would get there. Oh, as the Packers, Josh Jacobs has gotten in the end zone there. Packers take the lead 21-19 versus Houston. And meanwhile here, yeah, bruh, I'm on that Waddle one too. We'll have to see what happens there. Eagles really trying to get the blowout going here, but it is not going well for them. They are on third down in the red zone here, but this one could end in a field goal attempt. Would be a chip shot. I got to stop with the yawning. Wow, that Justin Jefferson catch was great. I'm loving Sam Darnold slinging the ball around. It's been fun. Ooh, Titans. Did they get a score? No, we're just at a break. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles here on the 5. And Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball away, so it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to kick a field goal. But we got that Jamar Chase touchdown for you. There we go, Andrew. Your Jamar Chase touchdown hits. And the Bengals are in business here. Bengals are in business up on the spread. Those numbers are going to start updating, and they're going to be more than a touchdown favorite here now. And yeah, I guess that 3.5 was really the number that you wanted. So glad we got that in there for the 3.5 money line. Lions, meanwhile, are driving once again. And this is going very poorly for my David Montgomery unders, although his hurt ankle might help me as far as the usage goes. We'll have to see there. As the Texans are going to come back out as well. Love the Bengals with the lead here. I do too. The Browns offense really should be worse with Dorian Thompson-Robinson. You should expect that. Oh, and the Eagles went for it on 4th and 2, and Jalen Hurts got stonewalled, but he was after the line. But then forward progress is going to get weird here. But, oh, wow, they are giving him forward progress. They spot him at like the 1, and he never got close to the 1. But the Eagles are going to have a first down. Eagles minus 15, not the worst line I've ever seen in a game, to be honest with you. The big thing that you're worried about is that they proceed to suck, or they proceed to stop caring when they get up a couple more touchdowns. Seahawks with a 24-10 lead here, and they are favored by 6.5 at the moment on the live line. Ooh. Kirk Cousins got wrecked. Yeah, Kirk Cousins got hit hard. Ball flew up in the air, but it looks like they're going to say that was an incomplete pass, not a fumble. And meanwhile, the Eagles are looking to get in the end zone here on 2nd and goal. Love Jalen Hurts, former SEC quarterbacks always have a special place in my heart. I'm higher on Jalen Hurts than some Eagles fans are, that's for sure. It's interesting that you have a guy who's been to a Super Bowl and has a lot of talent, and some people are saying, he's not that good. Like, I get the questions as a thrower, but, I'm also higher on Lamar as a thrower than most people are. I feel like giving him actual weapons has really helped, and look at him now. He's having a better season than last season. He won his 2nd MVP award last season. Whether or not he should have won that, that's something else. As the Dolphins here, the Dolphins are going into pass formation, and there's a sack on 2nd down. So, yeah, This Dolphins offense not going well right now. I don't hate some Colts 1.5 at -130, 2.5 is out there. I don't hate some Colts prices, to be honest with you guys. But let's see here. Giants still somehow holding the Eagles out of the end zone just a little bit, but the Eagles are in tush push formation now, and we know what that usually means. They got 1 yard, but they need one more, so they need to do it again. All right, Dolphins 3rd down and 11. And man, Tyler Huntley's just not good. This is very hard to watch. This is very, very hard to watch. As Houston is going to stall out on this drive, it's going to be 4th down. They're going to have to punt the ball away down 2 points. Anybody see how they get 19? I wasn't watching that game too closely in the early morning part. Also, very excited about this Lions-Vikings game because I'm glad that it's shaping up to be just as interesting as we thought it would be. 21-17 the score right now. Vikings plus 4.5. Yeah, this is just a fun one. It looks like the Giants have not been able to hold, and the Eagles are into the end zone. Jalen Hurts gets the touchdown there. Ooh, and a big punt downing. Yeah, big punt coverage. Big punt coverage by the Texans as the Packers guy, rather than letting the ball go into the end zone, tries to field the punt, and he's brought down at the 3. Not the wisest move I've ever seen, personally. Just saying. Not a wise to be running back. Oh, this Browns team, man. All right, field goal TD, missed 2 point. Got it. Yeah, Jerry saying that was dumb. That was very, very dumb. I'm a little worried about the Browns. Let's take a look at this line. Like plus 8.5. I don't hate it. I don't hate going back the other way. Like you're setting yourself up with a nice middle, but it's just like they're moving the ball, but as they do that, they are also getting penalties and going backwards again. So that's just not what you want to see there. If you're Kevin Stefanski, are you trying to get fired? Like I don't understand why he doesn't just not listen to his bosses and play Jameis Winston anyway over Watson. Although of course now that decision is going to be made for them. But it's just like, why would you want to be there with the cap situation that's going to be, and you're going to be able to get a better job very quickly in the league? I don't know. That's me with dumb conspiracy theories. We'll move on from that. As Shakir has a catch there, and I know that was one that we were looking at on Friday with Derek Hardy. Looking like the Browns having some kicking troubles in this game as well. David Levine saying, I've seen enough DTR to know that this is a mirage. That's a very good point. But is it a mirage that can hold up for one game and actually let them move the football for a little bit? The Lions here just taking it to the Vikings defense. They've been moving the ball on Brian Flores here. That strong start the Vikings got off to is long gone. Jameson Williams not doing anything for me though, which sucks. And oh man, Goff got out of that one. That could have been a fumble the other way, and instead he rifles a great pass there to Tim Patrick. Oh no, Browns. What did Browns do? Oh, Browns. There it is. The DTR mirage. It's there. What happened? Oh, that's not. It's kind of DTR's fault. He threw that behind the guy, but oh yeah, the Browns. Williams just caught that one from -4, bro. This is painful. Yeah, painful for the Browns there, and Browns fans continue to just be in pain in general. I'm going to turn on some music because I need something behind this air. Okay, there we go. I got a little bit of music, enough that I can keep the vibe up, and not enough that you guys can really particularly hear it. I have the under though; he can't be too bad. Huntley out, Rivers saying Huntley out. Is Huntley out? That would be suboptimal. Browns are, in fact, browning. That is accurate. I just lost access to like a bunch of games. Ooh, Khalif Raymond gets a touchdown for the Lions, and they are up 27-17, extra point pending here. All right, what's going on with Tyler? Daniel Jones has 93 yards. He's 13 of 20 for 93 yards. Good Lord. Anthony Richardson is 5 of 16, and that's not getting better there. As there's a potential fumble, it's going to be called on they let it play out like it's a fumble. I don't think it's a fumble. It looked like his arm was moving forward, but he does not look like he was moving forward, and they might be calling this a fumble on the field here. I don't think that they're gonna. There's no way. This was not a fumble. Bills field goal attempt is short and 28 yards. That's going to give them a 17-10 lead over the Titans here. Let's take a look in at this replay here for Anthony Richardson. As just bad things are happening as he drops back to pass. That arm is moving forward. I'm going to contest that and say that that is a forward pass. I do not think this is a fumble here. And I want the Dolphins to be passing the ball. So I'm not biased. This is not biased tainting my opinion on this one. It looked pretty forward to me. As things look like they're happening in the Texans game as well, but they're in commercial break now. Seahawks have the ball on their own 30, so not driving, but they are working at it. As Geno Smith gets hit as he throws, that's going to be an incompletion. Huntley is out. Do we live? Colts. Boyle is a disaster. Boyle is a disaster. Anthony Richardson, that is not a fumble there, but the Colts will punt. Let's see what's going on here. Because I don't hate taking some Colts money while they don't have the possession here, but let's see what happens as Braxton Berrios, takes a hit. All right, we are not hitting Tyler Huntley overs this week. Tim Boyle is in. I'm actually texting Derek Carty right now. This is very unfortunate, but yeah, they are not doing anything. All right. Yeah, it's time to in-game some Browns. Not in-game some Browns. In-game some Colts. This is just a great week for in-game here. Also, if Jonnu Smith does not get to 5 receptions here, that's my 13th reason why. Yeah, Tyler Huntley going to finish this one with 87 passing yards, well short of his 180. Unfortunate. Anthony Richardson still only has 5 completions. This game is setting football back forever. Which is highly unfortunate. But Sam Darnold still has to pass. I mean, this is such a great game as far. Well, now the lines are starting to switch. If you can still get these, Circa's got to be a little bit delayed here with Colts -2.5. There's no way that's the line, but if it is, like I like the other side a lot. I like what we're getting with some 1.5s and 2.5s out here. Colts money lines are getting down there. ESPN still got Colts even money. I'd take that. That's what I'd like. Because you're getting, I mean, you've got, if ESPN bets at even money and Pinnacle's at -128, Circa's at -130. Yeah, ESPN bet is the move here, ladies and gentlemen, as usual. As I think one of my PPHs is just taken the Dolphins off the board completely for the in-game line here. Yeah, I've got some Colts -113. The Browns are now 9-1 at ESPN bet. What? Colts even money at Fliff. My gosh, Daniel Jones keeps getting sacked. Dude, the Giants offensive line has been a problem since I was in like high school. Like, Colts even money at Fliff. I'm getting minus 115 at Pinnacle, and now we're getting minus 108. Numbers coming back down here a little bit. Well, if the Dolphins start driving a little bit here, we're gonna get slightly better of a price on the Colts. I'm gonna wait a little bit to get into this game, to be honest with you guys. I want to see what they do on this first drive, because if they can get down there, we might be able to get something good. Tyler Huntley questionable with a shoulder injury, so it was not a benching, just hurt, which sucks. Vikings need to get it in gear, but the good thing is Sam Darnold has to keep passing, which is very good for our bet. I'm at that stage, like I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I'm at that stage where I'm hungry and just kind of dying, which is not great. But the Dolphins all of a sudden moving the ball here just on the run game as as Saquon is going nuts against the Giants here, and he's all the way to midfield. Yeah, Colts are driving to the end zone. I'm liking this ESPN bet we're getting. I don't think you should take that profit X minus 1230 minus 12,371. Can I interest you in that market? Okay, there you go. It switched back to something real. Clash's Pride said no Pop-Tarts in the house. I need the Pop-Tarts. That I haven't gone to the store in a couple days. That's what I'm doing after the show today, is going to the grocery store and getting some stuff, because supplies are low in the Viola household here. Saquon Barkley going off, but no, that's not Saquon this time. That is going to be Kenneth Gainwell. Meanwhile, Dorian Thompson-Robinson running the ball a lot. Yeah, DTR running the ball. And someone is trying to get onto my YouTube TV, and it is affecting my feeds here. All right. So how are we all feeling, guys? How are we doing? What's anyone sweating at the moment? We're getting towards the end of the third quarters here. And we're really watching this Dolphins game pretty intently right now. We have a pass completion by the Dolphins to number 9. Is that Jonnu Smith? We have cashed. We have cashed our Jonnu Smith over 5. Let's go. Pre-game Bengals money line, that should not be this close. Yes. Could always do teaser watch. Yes, we need to do a teaser watch. That is a very, very I just hit my knee. That's a very great call here. We're gonna do a teaser watch, and looks like we have a turnover. We have a potential turnover here. We do. We have a turnover. It's gonna be going back the other way. All right. Yep. So we had a fumble there, but we still get the Jonnu Smith 5. So that feels very good. Very good to me. And now very good for the Colts as well with this fumble. I always say, like, oh, if I had just been, if you had just been bigger, like in high school, you could have played football. Watching just the routine hits that some of these guys take, I'm like, no, never. No, it doesn't matter what size. I never want to do that. It's Darnold's up to 177. Darnold's up to 177 yards here. Very big for our passing numbers here. I am not upset about it at all. This game script actually going fairly well for us in that department. And Darnold's just been slinging it, man. He's good. 54-1. As a Finns fan, this sucks, but taking even money with that Colts bet was a W. There you go. You got to take the emotional hedge. You got to take what you can get. I'm realizing I'm still on the money lines here. I'm going to do a teaser watch in a second from Mr. Corey Texas here. I mean, you're still getting some 2.5s out there, which I do not hate. But yeah, even money was the way to go. Anthony Richardson is still out there, and he's still 5 of 17. God, this is garbage. This game is just such a tremendous insult to football. Like, it's hard to believe this is the same sport as this Vikings game going on right now. As Sam Darnold manages to not avoid the sack, and he gets taken down, and so the Vikings get backed up once again. Oof. There's one of those big hits there on Tony Pollard, and he just was fine. Meanwhile, Bengals driving here. All right, let's talk teaser watch. Let's see what we're looking at here. We had some interesting legs. First off, if you had Jags -1, congratulations. That was a rocking chair. I suppose you could have had Dolphins +9, which you are now going to be sweating out. You could have had it. Same thing with Bills -3, but again, you're feeling a little bit better about that one as we are up 17-10 here. Nothing teasable really in this Bengals-Browns game. And again, I know that these were not the I'm looking at there we go. We got some unabated lines here. We got some different numbers around some of these shops, but yeah, ended up not being a great teaser slate at the end. All of these games going, all these early games going and landing on 3 or 2. Well, the 2 being good, obviously. If you have Lions +8, you're feeling pretty good about that one for sure. And then you could have potentially had some Houston Texans +8.5 if you'd been at a 2.5 spot there, or you're at Texans +9 maybe. But again, not the best teasers as far as what the early game was. I found that you can go a little beyond standard Wong teasers based on your teaser price in the unabated calculator. Yes, you can go a little bit beyond the standard Wongs there. You want to be paying attention to some of those and some of those prices and what you're getting, especially when you get into, -3, -120, that kind of range, and you're getting a little extra value on some of these. Ooh, Kirk Cousins with a fumble. That is bad for Atlanta. Like +3 instead of +2.5. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can, it depends on it. Like what you're really looking at is when it's not, when it's +3 -120 is when I think it's still showing some EV on those. We do have some teaser legs for the late window, though. So you know what? This is the perfect time. We talked about doing some stuff during the third quarter stoppages here. So this is the perfect time to take a look at some of that because you do have some of these options here. Like I'm sure that this Dolphins one, and I know that we're retroactive here. We're going to shop for some teasers after this. And I'm sure FanDuel isn't at +160, but I do know some places that you can get down to +160 here. But let's see, like if you take these. Like, see, yeah, nothing on the Seattle total here, but you had some slight positive EV on these other totals. 7 teams teased last week and won them all. Beautiful. Michael saying fumble TD there for the Seahawks. Yes, it's going to be 31-14 in favor of Seattle. And my Seattle +3 from earlier in the week is looking pretty dang good right now. As the Bengals have scored again, and the route may now be on in Cincinnati or in Cleveland. 21-6 the score here, and the Bengals have started to figure things out. Could be a very profitable day fading some of these backup quarterbacks here. All right. I want to go back and look at some of the teasers for later on today. You got the obvious leg here in the Steelers. And I mean, it's that minus 105 that's probably going to bring this down from a plus EV play or not. Oh no, still a little bit of EV here. I mean, you've got some stuff. Boyle looking god awful. Hopefully Tyler Huntley can come back. That's the beauty of saying that he's hurt. Even if he's not, you can be like, oh, cool, he's healthy again. As Sam Darnold on 3rd and 15 is going to run for it and not get anywhere near where he needs to go, but he's at 194 yards at the start of the fourth quarter, and we like that. So in my mind, +3 minus 128 is kind of like plus 2.75. I like that a lot. I like that way to look at it. Like you are definitely looking for some of these where you're able to like, let's see here. You got the Raiders. Nope, that's not how math works. That works the other way. Like this Rams one, still a little bit positive EV, even though it was at even money there and you're giving that up. But these are just the FanDuel numbers. Like if I move over to Circa here, you got some legs. Like Circa's a little bit friendlier with it. And you still got some EV, but you got nothing on the Cardinals there. All right. So, you guys want to talk NBA and get give away a membership here? You guys want to do that? Make sure you're following. First off, of course, make sure you're following the make sure you're following the channel here. But yeah, what do you guys think? Sound off in the chat. Should I give away a week of NBA props right now? I think I should. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Andrew Rivers saying he's interested. Yeah, we'll do that. We got some time. Let's talk about NBA for a second. So, going to be very cool here. And we're going to before we get into it, the Giants are about to give up another touchdown on a tush push. The gamer saying, oh, yeah, when does props go live? Reven bets. Hey, Reven, I know I got to get you on the calendar there. I got you. I'll send you an invite once we get done on this show. As the Jalen Hurts has scored another touchdown on my fantasy bench. I hate it here. But yeah, so we have some very cool stuff coming NBA wise this season for you guys, and we're very excited about it. I'm sure that you've already seen some of the videos. I'm sure that you've already seen some of the stuff. Justin Fan is aboard. SBK and John Raudaba are also here to really head up our NBA news team. And of course, we've also got the fantastic math and modeling that has gone into the Unabated prop simulator here. But by far the coolest thing that we've got going on with this, and the thing that is going to make things really dope. And Gamer saying, when do props go live? Let's see. Today's the 20th. Tomorrow is when you're going to be able to buy your memberships and buy the projections package here. But the cool thing is going to be our conditional projections. So we don't have it loaded in right now, of course, but when we do, basically what's going to happen up here is we're going to be able to take guys who are, say, for example, Luka Doncic, questionable for the game. And so what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to load a projection set that says, hey, here we have projections for you. Here's what it's going to look like if he's in. Here's going to look like what the numbers are going to look like if he's out. And we're also going to be using that news team to really try and weigh in and leverage and say, this is how likely we think he is to play. And so this is going to help you really be able to, this is going to be able to really help you get the edge and get numbers in and get bets in earlier than injury news, earlier than injury news breaking, and you're going to be able to beat the market there. Big yawn. But you're going to be able to beat the market there and gain a pretty exciting edge. We're very excited this. So you'll have the probability of a given player being in. Yes. Now, granted, that'll be us doing it, and that's, a little more qualitative when it comes to it, because we're trying to read the tea leaves here. But yes, we're going to have that as well with it. And it's really going to be an exciting product. We're really excited for this. We're excited to bring it to you guys, and we're excited to hopefully be really giving you some solid edges here as Anthony Richardson has completed another pass. Ooh, we got the reverse. Yeah, but you guys know the stuff. I mean, yeah, Justin Fan, SBK, and John Raudaba all really do know their stuff, as Anthony Richardson has another completion here, and we are starting to inch up towards halfway to his total here. Overtime might not be bad for me in that game. But let's head back to the NFL odds markets here and see what we've got going on in this game. Is now you're getting some Colts -3.5s, and that's dangerous. That's really dangerous here. I like that Colts -3 at circa +106. I do not like the extra hook that we're getting on this, as the Colts have made it to the other side of the field here. but Anthony Richardson has the ability to stall out a drive at any given moment. Andrew Rivers saying Drew Lock time. Drew Lock is in where? Where's Drew Lock playing now? Is that Seattle? I'm trying to think what game is enough of a blowout here. Giants, Eagles, New York Giants. Oh no. Daniel Jones has finally been benched. Man, I forgot where Drew Lock was playing. Remember where there were like 3 people who were like, this guy could actually be good in the NFL one day? Remember when Christian Ponder was in the league and Jake Locker? Vikings, meanwhile, did have to settle for a field goal. They are down 8, and they are giving up passing yards. Vikings defense is just getting torn apart. Buddy, I lived in Denver. Oof. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. He was it for like 2 weeks. Dude, remember the Broctagon? The Broctopus? The Proctologist? The Brachiosaurus? Brock Osweiler, that was a different time, man. Anthony Richardson making some nice short throws here for us. This is very great for my prop. Daniel Jones finishes 14 of 21 for 99 yards with 5 rushes for 20 yards. That is less than ideal. It's always fun to me when these bad quarterbacks have the captains have the captaincy, and it's just you're just like, we know that you just got that because you're a quarterback. Atlanta still trying to drive here and try and bring this one back into something reasonable. They're going turbo offense here. Oh, Atlanta's on 4th and 1. That's what it is. Let's see. What else are we looking at here? It looks like the Bills have scored a touchdown. The Bills have taken a 24-10 lead over the Titans. They're bringing up the Bengals' close losses this season. The Bengals have lost 16-10 to New England, which was awful. Then they lose 26-25 to Kansas City, then 38-33 to Washington, and then 41-38 in overtime to Baltimore. This Bengals team has had a rough go of it. Like, you flip a couple coins the opposite way, and things are very different. But they're looking pretty good here right now. The Lions are just having their way, but it was 3rd and 18 there, and they do not get anywhere near. So they're going to punt, and the Vikings are going to get the ball back down 8. As Drew Lock throws one right over everyone. Sweating Tony Pollard, sweating time for Pollard receptions under. Oh man. And then they were up 10 with like 5 minutes when Lamar fumbled and then created magic. I am checking up on some props here too. I don't think I had the Pollard one. I think I ended up staying away from that. Yeah. I'm now starting to get sweating the same prop. You guys are sweating that. I am going to have to start sweating Jahan Dotson here because I feel like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith don't play a good number of this game, and we could get one of those brutal passes there. I'm also sweating these Bijan Robinson, Kenneth Walker receptions. I'm not getting there on Kenneth Walker. He's at 3.5, and I need 2 more, and Seattle's realistically not passing the ball the rest of this game. Bijan Robinson, meanwhile, the under, and I'm very worried that one double times me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be very bad. Sam Darnold is starting to get towards that passing over. Need one more A.J. Brown, and that one's got to be dead. You could still get there. They might still throw a pass. Sam Laporta ain't getting there, which is just absurd given how much they've been throwing this football. How have they not been able to throw to Sam Laporta? And Jalen Waddle over it. Just, we really can't throw to Jalen Waddle. Like I get Tim Boyle is bad too, but come on. All right. And I also want to bring another update to you guys, a little more housekeeping here, because we do have an AMA, an unabated NBA AMA coming to you tomorrow with Justin Fan, John Rodabaugh, and Stephen Byron Keach to get you ready for the 2024 season, Monday, October 21st, 4 p.m. Eastern in our Discord here. Anthony Richardson cannot complete a pass to save his life. Oh my God. But 4 p.m. Eastern in the Discord, you can use the link in the description of this video or just go to unabated.com/discord to go and be part of the show. But also, let's do it. I think this is the time. Who wants a week of NBA props and props plus here? David Levine saying he's killing us. So chime in, leave your comment, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not, you cannot win. But I'm going to pick someone at random in a few minutes here. So just Andrew Rivers raising his hand already. He's the first one in. I'm going to have to give some kind of consideration to that. All right. Let's see. Here's how I want to do this. We're going to make it fair for everybody. I don't see a comment. Mr. Corey Texas saying I don't see a comment section on this video. So like, yeah, because it's the live chat right now, not comments. So I am going to not be, it's not going to be that you have to comment it as much. It's going to be just drop it in the live chat because I'm not picking this one next week. I'm picking this one right now for you guys. Let's see. How many viewers do we have right now? We've got 26 of you watching here on YouTube right now. So I'm going to say pick a number between 1 and 25. Everybody pick a number between 1 and 25. If someone's doubled up, it's going to be the first person that got it. And this is how I'm going to do it. Come on, Oprah would give it to anyone, to everyone, Jim Dennison says. I do not have the authorization for that. And Jim also picks 22. So Jim, pick another one. All right, people are picking their numbers here. All right. We're figuring it out. Everyone's taking 17. 7's already taken 2, Jim. There you go. Jim's got 6. Corey's got. All right. You guys have a couple more minutes. I'm going to leave you with a couple more here. All right. People have some numbers here. I see 22. I see 18, 14, 23, 7, 21, 12. Whole lot of 17s. Everyone after Firebrain Owl has to pick a new number here. Kenny Pickett time in Philly. Oh, boy. All right. We have some numbers here. I was hoping for a few more different numbers, but I'm going to pick a random number generator. There we go. Beef Bookie saying he was the first 17. On my screen, man, I've got Al as the first 17. I see the check the tape, but just pick a different one here. You'll be okay. Trust me. Pick a different one, and then I'm going to be going to a number generator here. All right. Beef Bookie's got 8. Joseph Bearden's got 6. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. Let's give away. That 2 is not the number. Streamer screen don't lie. All right. I'm going to pick one. If somebody had it, they win. If they did not, we pick again. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's do it. 18. 18 is the first number up here. Bruh KGB has won it. He has won a free week of NBA props here right off the bat. We got it on the first go around. Congratulations, man. An OG from the streams here. Thank you guys so much. But there we go, bruh. Reach out to me on Discord. I'll get you all set up, my friend. Congratulations there. Now let's get back to the show. But heck yeah, we're going to be doing some more giveaways like this. So thank you guys for tuning on. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We really appreciate it. And I want to reward you guys, especially on this show, because you guys are the hardcore sweaters here. This is what we're here for. As what on earth was going on? I saw someone with the ball in the Vikings backfield. was Justin Jefferson. I think they were trying to a trick play here. That was exciting. We're going to be doing more of these. That was a fun way to do it. I was thinking, how do I want to pick these? I didn't want to just pick someone myself at random because I love y'all and I don't want to, I didn't want to do that. But there we go. I like the random number generator thing. We're going to be doing that more. The Colts were able to kick the field goal, and honestly, are getting some -2.5 at insanely juiced prices that are probably not bad numbers. Pittsburgh by 9. Joseph Bearden says no, thank you. Andrew Rivers saying no justice for it being week 7. And Mr. Corey saying let us feel that we were in control. Yeah, like that was fun. Like I don't want it to just be me, All right. Geno Smith still in at quarterback for the Seahawks here. I mean, you're up by 17. Yeah, that's not quite bad. That's not quite throwing the backups territory yet. Although Geno did not look good on that one. Let's see, where are we going here? Man, I would love to take a number on something, but all the numbers are off the board right now. Vikings driving. And Darnold is at 239 yards, but it is 4th down. And that is bad. But Darnold has a chance to get over his number at the end here. A lot of backup QBs in today, injuries and game script. Yeah, a lot of backup QBs. I mean, it already opened up 2 opportunities for us. We took the Colts and we took the Bengals. Bengals one looks like it's already good. Colts one we'll have to see. Wouldn't mind Jalen Waddle breaking a touchdown to sink us there. As Seattle gets another field goal, it is 34-14 now in that one. And the Vikings grab another field goal as well. I don't love it, but I get that you had to do it in that circumstance. And now they, or at least you have a chance to win the game with a touchdown. But you can tell that Kevin O'Connell not happy about that being the not happy being that the thing, not the result. Mr. Corey Texas, I'm trying to sort out backup starting QBs for the purpose of the NFL simulator. Good call. Good call. Cash the over on Detroit, Minnesota as well. Yes, Taylor, that is an excellent point. We have cashed the over on that game as I go to the total here. And then we look back around. Yep, 50.5. And we are over that total with the 51. I need 3 more Sam Laporta receptions somehow. I mean, they're going to keep passing. It's not like they're going to just run the ball here. I have David Montgomery under rush attempts too, which I'm not thrilled about because there's no way that's close. I'm still sitting on 8 if my numbers are correct here, but they should be for that. I'm just glad we hit the Jonnu Smith 5 receptions. That felt good. Giants are punting. Yeah, Giants are just having a bad day out here. It's Jonnu Smith gets another. Has anyone confirmed Jack Collinsworth is not the 3rd Peabody brother? That is a great point. They do look alike, but they do not sound alike. Texans' most regular season win, so would like to see them take the lead. Yeah, you definitely want to see that one here. I like the Packers going into this game personally. Oh no, Braxton Berrios got hurt. I like him. That's very sad. I don't like seeing that. Do you think I don't think anyone knows Tyreek Hill's on the team. You know he's going to be tweeting some stuff after this for sure. Saquon Barkley has 176 rushing yards today. Holy cow. I remember we talked about that one on Friday. Derek Hardy and I talked about that and how we just did not want to bet against Saquon there, despite the numbers showing that it was an edge. And yeah, that is why, because oh my word, he is just running rampant on them, which you knew was going to happen. OBJ still has more targets than Waddle and Hill. This is insanity, bro. Get Jalen Waddle the ball. Like the run game's not working. Get Jalen Waddle the ball. All right. Let's see. We cashed that total. What other totals are we on total watch for? We are on total watch in this Seahawks Falcons game here. We're at 48. It was at 52. We need another touchdown to hit this over, and the Falcons do have time. Like, this one is certainly nowhere near dead. You are sweating if you have the under on this one. Another one here. We're at 40 points in Texans Packers. 47.5 is what you were looking at, 248s. So you're feeling pretty good with an under there, especially because there are 2 minutes left to play in that game. That one's probably going to end up going under. Bengals, Browns, that's a bit of a rocking chair at this point. I can't imagine we go from 27 to 42 very quickly here. We're at 34 in Titans Bills, and the Titans are down by 14. Technically speaking, the math does say you should go for it, but the Bills are the ones who are looking like they are about to score here. They will not be going for two. So yeah, not going for two. They will not be going for two if they score a touchdown here. So you might be safe by the hook if you have the under in that game as well. And this Dolphins Colts game is going nowhere near the total. So there you have it there. And let's go back to some live numbers and see what we can get as we start to come down towards the end of these games here. We had a waddle catch, Chad Martin says. How far? How far did it go? Was that a Drake London catch over there too? Ooh, we have a fumble. Lions fumble. And there's a flag, and there's a scoop and score. Everything happening at once. 11 yards. We're slowly but surely getting there as the Dolphins doink the kick. They doink a 54-yarder to tie the game. So that will not work, and the Dolphins' season of misery continues. What is going on in this Lions Vikings game? I do have 42.5 in the Tennessee Buffalo game. You're feeling good there. David Levine says huge Dolphins doink. But by far the biggest thing here right now has to be this Vikings-Lions game, because that's 28-23 scoop and score with a hold on the offense. So it looks like this may stand, which would be monstrous. And Huntley is hurt. Jerry Huntley is hurt. Where are my Colts live guys at? Yeah, you guys are feeling pretty good after that one. As the Bills also looking to looks like they might have just scored here. Ooh, that's right on the line. I don't think he is not in. They're not going to count that one. But a huge scoop and score. The Vikings take the lead, and I'm going to lose that Sam Darnold over. I'm going to lose that Sam Darnold over on a scoop and score there. As it looks like Kirktober is ending. That was a pick by the Falcons there, and this has been by far the worst Falcons game that we've seen in a little while. Of course he's hurt. I know. Pain. He wasn't getting there anyway. Anthony Richardson is 8 for 22. This is just absolutely insane. I do love winning bets. Anthony Richardson has thrown a completion. It's a miracle. And the Vikings have taken a 1-point lead. Vikings lead by 1 here. Meanwhile, 2 minutes to play in Houston, Green Bay. As they have 1st and 10 at the 5. -1.5 bettors punching air right now. Seriously. Richardson makes throwing the football look so hard, which is wild because he's just like, they literally were like, what if we took the most athletic specimen you've ever seen in your life, but also he can't throw, and we're going to make him a quarterback? But they're throwing short yardage right now. They're throwing dink and dunks. If they could dink 7 more of these into the end zone, I'm not complaining. We've quietly amassed a pretty good record on some of these in-game bets we've had here. I'm just saying. Dolphins plus 3.5, which is coming in because of this slight drive here. But I mean, the Colts can absolutely do nothing. Like any Anthony Richardson drive can always stall, even if they're at the 35, right? Like they are right now. As Anthony Richardson runs and slides down, so he finally avoids taking a hit. Oh, no. Oh, Buffalo. Buffalo betters. Hang on a second. Oh, we're in sweat territory now. Actually, no, you're better off now because we're at 37. Buffalo did not get the touchdown, so they end up kicking the field goal instead. So underbetters in that game, they are feeling a little more happy. They are feeling a little more happy, and we are really coming down into it in this witching hour here. I'm probably going to hop off when most of these games end. I don't know that we need to see the end of Bengals Browns and Bills Titans, but let's take a look. Let's keep going with this Anthony Richardson. We're at 3rd and 4 here, and Anthony Richardson is going to take it and try and run it, and he's going to get there. He's going to get there, and they're going to be looking to salt the wound here on the Dolphins. Meanwhile, the Falcons are going to have the ball with 3 minutes to play, and the Vikings are trying to hold strong here versus the Lions. This has been a wild game. Oh, that's a tough one. Khalif Raymond made a great catch, but it was out of bounds. All right. Texans attempting a 35-yard field goal with 1:48 to play in an effort to take the lead. And this game is going to be a pick 'em here. And this is when you start asking, look. All right, here's the deal. I kind of want to bet on the Packers to win this game. However, it has zero basis in anything scientific. This is purely gambling. This is not sports betting. But I kind of want to do it for fun and to have a sweat coming down to the wire here. That would be pretty entertaining. What do you guys think? Should I do it? Do it. David Levine saying do it. All right. There's no way I can get Packers. There's no way I can get Texans plus 134 right now, right? Every once in a while, you have to take a gamble for fun. It does have entertainment value, and that's what we're here for. Like, this is an entertainment bet. As long as everybody knows that going in, I feel comfortable doing it. It's not like Sharp Twitter is here watching us and dissecting every little motion. I can get Packers plus 107 on the money line. Let's see what else I can get. I mean, bookmakers got it at even money. Everyone else has this at minus 108. Pinnacle's got plus 109. Everyone being all right, we're doing it. We're doing it right here, right now. Write it off as a company expense. Have Unabated reimburse me. All right, I am in at plus 107. I'm getting the same price as Pinnacle here, and bollocks, it changed to plus 103. And now it's all just off the board. It is not letting me do this. Hey, Loki, you could get. Oh, you can get the Lions at plus 200 because they don't have the ball. That is why. All right, Dolphins Packers is off the board for me. Texans Packers is off the board for me. Now I'm getting Packers plus 120. This is second down. All right, I got plus 129. I'm seeing a plus 130 in the market from DraftKings here, but everything else is a bit lower than that. Let's see if the dreaded spinning wheel gets us through. And nope, it's saying the market is not available because we're getting spinning wheel of death here. Oh man. Mr. Corey Texas saying I hate live betting, man. Hey, we've been good so far today. This one is definitely a dumb bet, but I can't even get it in, which is a problem that everybody has sometimes. Man, if we could get Sam Darnold to just explode here. There we go. I got in at plus 112. We are officially in. We are officially in at plus 112. And because I have to, because I am. Oh, Sam Darnold. Did he throw it for a completion? Oh, I disagree. Damn. We are really going to just barely lose out on that one. That's unfortunate. All right. Let's see. I have Green Bay. All right. I just had to make sure I got it tracked. That's important. All right. There we go. I got it all tracked. Let's go. Go, Pack, go. They are almost in field goal range here. And this is a fun sweat. I'm glad we did this. No matter what happens, I'm glad we did this. Oh, almost got the field goal range there on first down. Vikings had to punt it away. Things are looking very dire for me. Unless the Vikings are going to lose this football game because the Lions go down and score one really quick. But my passing yards is just not going to get there on Sam Darnold. Jalen Waddle at 11 receiving yards, just so wonderful for us. Bijan Robinson sitting at 3 receptions, but hopefully that one cancels out for me. And then we'll see what happened with the rest of these games. Love is operating. Yes, he is. All right. We are on the sweat here. It is 1st and 10 from the 38. 38 seconds to play. Please don't miss a field goal. Please don't miss a long field goal to end this game. We got a couple good games coming down on the witching hour right now, but I mean that literally only a couple because there are 2 games that are good and then one that is close but bad in the Dolphins-Colts game. But we've got Vikings and we've got Packers and we've got a flag on the play in the Packers game here. How is there so much left in the Titans game? Because awful games drag on forever. That's why. Offside on the Texans, and that's going to move the Packers closer into field goal range here. There was another turnover for the Browns. Things are not going well for Cleveland, which is an evergreen tweet. Close but bad is a really good way to describe this game. Yes, it is. This is an unwatchable. And Bruh KGB, remember to reach out to me on Discord, Twitter, however you want to get a hold of me. Oh, Jordan Love went for it on first down. Thank you for that Bengals money. Hey, my pleasure. Glad I could cash for you. Bro, KGB saying we'll do good. Glad I could hook you up, man. All right, come on, Packers. 15 seconds here. It's going to come down to the kick. The question is, how close can they get? Ooh. Now they're saying fumble, but there's no way. And there is a flag. So we'll see what's going to happen here. If that flag is on the offense, which I don't think it is, I think that they're moving back. I think they're moving up, not back. Yeah, it might be a hit to the head, which would be good for us. I mean, that's a catch, I think. But there's also a flag there. These are the 2 games that we care about at this point. Seahawks Falcons has gone final. And I'm honestly just cleaning up my screen here because there's so many of these games that we do not care about at this point. All right, here we go. The field goal is up. and good, but it looks like they called the timeout. Timeout was called, so they're going to have to kick it again, but they did get it the first time. Meanwhile, Jahmyr Gibbs gets that to the 50. What I realistically, what I need is a quicker Lions score that leaves some time for the Vikings to try and get down the field, because that's how I get my Sam Darnold passing over here. Meanwhile, I mean, bad but close. Can Tyler Boyd launch one to Jalen Waddle for us and get us there? He's running instead with a minute to play in this game, down 6, no timeouts, but they get the first down on 3rd and 6, so he got there. All right. 45-yarder. It's up. Oh, it's close. When do they have to call the timeout to nullify the field goal? Like, they're supposed to just not let them. They're supposed to not let them kick it. But hey, we get there on the Packers, and that money line, that live line hits. There we go. We got a nice, good sweat out of the end of our game here, and we've still got 2 games left as far as games that are witching in the hour. As Tyler Boyd is just throwing it to people that are not the people that need to be thrown to. And we're still moving the ball, though. There's 17 seconds left, 3rd and 2. Please throw to Jalen Waddle and see if we can't have something funny happen at the end to cash a bet for us here. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. As a Packers fan, that field goal was huge. Yeah, good on you guys. Meanwhile, Lions are moving the ball down the field here, man. Can we get another one? I mean, we got the live money line here on the Vikings. Yeah, you got Lions minus 750. Oh, man. I mean, they could miss. Like, that's steep. I mean, I almost want to play like a plus 350 on the Vikings, but I know that we're pushing our luck at that point. Oh, yeah, but I'm on Ross St. Brown. Just caught one there in a really good field goal range here. Monstrous for the Packers, though. Tyler Boyd almost throws a pick, but he doesn't, and it's going to be 4th down and 2. Nope, that's the end of the game. The Dolphins game has come to a merciful and swift end. All right, Dolphins game has ended, or at least it will be officially ending quite soon. Clash of Pride saying they had to spike. Yeah, Lions are in field goal range. Vikings have 2 timeouts, but they're going to be able to take this clock all the way down. So, damn, I'm just not going to get there on this Sam Darnold over. But we're going to watch the end of this game, and then we'll call it a day here, folks. Thank you all so much for being here, as always. I want to remind you one more time while we're waiting for the end of this game to come up that we do have the Unabated NBA Live AMA tomorrow, Monday, October 21st, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time in the Unabated Discord. If you're not already a member in the Discord, and honestly, I think everyone here already is. But, yeah, come, hop in, have a good time with us. It'll be fun. Oh, I realized something. This is fun and wasn't happening until a little while ago. I can add comments again. StreamYard wasn't doing that for a while, and I honestly didn't pay attention to it this entire time because I've just been using the comment section from the actual video. This is fun. We are going to have this for next week, and guys, I'm finally going to be able to throw up your questions on the channel, I hope. It would be really fantastic if we get that for... Wow, the Lions going to take their knees here rather than trying to get further into field goal range. I don't know that I agree with that. If they miss this, that's a very dumb call. Clash is Pride. I'm on TV. I'm on TV. I like this. I know it's so fun, but it's because we were simulcasting to Twitter and YouTube. It wasn't pulling up your YouTube comments like that for the longest time, and it always bothered me because I know Jack has it on the premium live streams. But yeah, this is a very nice little update that they've given us here to let us finally do that. I am very excited for this. I'm very, very excited. All right. Are they? Wow. I disagree with so much of what the Lions are doing here. What's Twitter saying? what is Twitter saying about this Lions game, about this Lions clock management here? Because this is like, okay, they are taking one last kneel down so that it's only 20 seconds. Which is going to give us a chance. We're going to have a chance, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this game here. And, let's take a look at some of these totals. I mean, we're still sweating that pregame total in the Buffalo game. You could get a garbage time score to push you over that one. So you're hoping that you don't if you're if you're an underbacker here. But here we go. There's going to be 20 seconds, and then there's going to be a little bit of time. There's going to be like 15 seconds for the Vikings to throw one or two more passes and maybe get Sam Darnold over his number, which would be so awesome. It would be so cool. I'm at 251. That would be very fun. .44-yard attempt coming here for Lions. And they do make it. It knuckled, but they made it. And very big. And the Vikings, the last undefeated team in football streak, potentially coming to an end here. And then you would just have the Chiefs. So if that was a bet that you had made, you're going to have to check your house rules depending on the Chiefs game tonight. Because Chiefs competing with them for last undefeated team here. But we'll see. We have 15 more seconds, and I need 12 passing yards. It could happen. It could happen. Stranger things have happened. And again, a reminder, if you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. But this game has lived up to the billing. This was the game I was most excited to watch this week, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this contest here. I have become a mini Vikings fan, which is probably bad for the Vikings. But we're going to sweat out these last 15 seconds. I'm going to sweat out this Sam Darnold bet, and then we are going to call it a day here and go settle in for the late games, and I'm going to order some food. Come on, Vikings. All right, kick is away. And unsurprisingly, it's going to go out the back of the end zone. So the Vikings are going to get the ball. And here we go. 15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here we go. Bill scored and went over the total. No. Oh, that's a bummer. 34 to 10. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Dave. That's a rough one. All right. Huge pass incoming. Oh, you love seeing that. You love seeing that one-man rush. You love seeing the one-man rush in the prevent defense when you just need 15 yards. Come on. Come on. Just hit Justin Jefferson for something fun. Oh, these are passing yards, people. These are passing yards. He was at 239. What's he at now? Do they get there to spike it? Looks like it's going to go final, and we're going to be right there on the number. Well, no, they were at the 25, and they got to the 50. But there's a flag. All right. Did we get there? Did we get there? That is the question. What is going on in this game? I'm turning on the sound. Oh, it looks like the game is now over. But did we get there? This would be an absolute incredible. We got to 259 if it was 259 and a half. Oh my God. Oh, it's 251 and a half. I'm a dingus. There we go. We got over it. We got over it. We cashed one right at the very end there. In the illegal formation, that's going to end the game, but Darnold finishes with 259, or are they replaying first down? What are we saying here? Well, no. So the penalty is very clearly after the play. So that play does stand. And I think we're going to get where we needed to be. And now they're going to be saying, okay, there was 1 second left on the clock. So they're going to have 1 second left. But wow, we won the Darnold. That's a bad beat for Darnold passing unders, but great one for Darnold passing overs. And they're going to get one more chance here. One more chance. And Darnold is going to get sacked, and that is going to end the game. But that is not terrible news for me and terrible news for us. And that is going to do it for us here. We've got pretty much everything else through, and we're on to the late games. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for joining me. It has been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back here with you next week to sweat out even more bets. Best of luck on the late game slate here. And congratulations to everyone who was able to cash with us today. Love that we got a couple in-game options out there for you. I'm very happy that we were able to look at that and we were able to get some of those to go. But for now, that is going to do it for us. We'll see you guys next week. One more time, congratulations to Bruck KGB. And we're going to be talking some NBA streams coming up soon. We're going to have a lot going on in the near future here on Unabated. Very excited to be with you for it. But for now, best of luck, everyone. And let's cash some tickets. I'm going to go get some food. See y'all next time.